Hi Pooja, nice to see that you're still writing even though you're waiting for the results of your exam. Definitely a good thing to do, so well done. Let's take a look at what you wrote in this set. This one is about using online translation apps. Let's see what you wrote. Usage of language translation applications such as Google Translate, Duolingo, and Grammarly has become increasingly popular recently. I believe that despite some minor drawbacks, these apps are largely beneficial for us. Okay. A major advantage of language translator apps is they provide more convenience to their users compared to language classes. This is because learners can take lessons at their own time and pace. For example, while learning in classes, students have to go there at a specific time and have to study the same content, which others are studying. Whereas in language apps, they can skip certain lessons and learn when they are free. Thus, such apps offer immediate solutions. Individuals do not have to spend months in language schools to translate a few paragraphs. All right, I want you to be careful here because you're talking about learning a language. In fact, I can't speak for Google Translate. Google Translate obviously is a translation app. I don't know about Grammarly. I think it has language lessons or grammar lessons. And Duolingo, I know, is a language app, but that's actually not what this is talking about. I think Google Translate is probably the best example of these three that you mentioned. And then there are some other language transition apps where you literally speak into the phone or the device and then it translates for you in the language that you want. So I understand online language translation apps to refer to these and as well as what you said about Google Translate. So I have a feeling that there is some misunderstanding of this task, okay? Because look at this. You talk about language classes, but that's not what the essay is about. All right, so there definitely seems to me that there is some misunderstanding of this task. You've been talking about online language lessons, and that's incorrect here, okay? So be careful. It feels like an off-topic response. All right, nevertheless, downsides of language translation applications cannot be ignored. Firstly, the translation which is done by these apps might not be accurate. This is due to the feature of apps. They do word-to-word translation. They do not arrange the order of the given text, so the final outcome may not be understandable. All right, that's okay. But this grammar is awkward. This is due to the feature of apps. That's awkward. It's inaccurate. So I would like you to rephrase that. You could have said something like, this is because apps do word-to-word translation and they do not arrange the order of the given text. Right? That would make no sense. Therefore, this may create confusion and might be detrimental if some safety instructions have not been translated appropriately by such apps. However, this type of scenario can be avoided by improving the algorithms of these apps. Okay? You keep using the word apps, apps, apps. I'd like you to maybe change it up, maybe use some pronouns. You used applications here. I would have liked to see the word applications again. At least this was on topic, though, so it was fine. And the structure of this was fine as well. To conclude, although language translation applications tend to create some confusion, this is usually a singular word, the user-friendliness of these apps outweighs their cons. I feel that as long as these apps are used with prior knowledge, they do not harm their users. With the current popularity of these apps, it can be predicted that the demand for them will surely grow in the future. Okay, so in other words, you're in favor of them overall. Your order of paragraphs, I know we talked about the concession podcast. It is more logical to reverse these since this is the side that you support. This should have come later. It should have come towards the bottom of your paragraph, of your essay, forgive me. That's typically how we do this. So you want to think about that. It's the correct order here. First we talk about what we don't truly support, and then we talk about what we do support, all right? It gives it more weight. It makes it, gives it more weight, and it makes it stay in the mind of the reader more, okay? So that's some stuff I want you to think about here. But a lot of this is well done. You've got some nice vocabulary. I would have liked to see maybe a little higher level vocabulary as well. You've got things like word-to-word translation, final outcome, create confusion, What else did you use in terms of collocations that are like immediate solutions? So all of that was good. I would like to see a little higher level, a little more academic language, okay? Other than that, though, I thought what you read was nice. So nice job. Now I want to take a look at your task 1. All right, so let's see what you had to say here. Dear Sir or Madam, I'm writing this letter to apply for the post of lead bioinformatician advertised in Times of India, dated this. I have completed my master degree. Usually we put a capital M, and many times we see it with an apostrophe S. My master's degree in bioinformatics from the University of Leicester, UK. And along with this, I have done an online certification course in data management from Coursera. I am extremely interested in this position because I feel that I would get the right platform in your organization to showcase my potential, singular potential, okay? I believe that I have enough experience and qualifications to do the role of lead bioinformatician. I don't even know if that's a word. I assume it is. As I have worked as a senior in Newburgh Diagnostic and Research Institute for the past 8 years. In this position, my main responsibilities were to manage and guide a team of 10 members who were, okay, I realize that it's team, but it's a team of, and so you should follow this here. Doing research in acute diseases. By doing this job, I have acquired in-depth knowledge of various human genetic disorders, and at the same time, I have developed my communication, interpersonal, and time management skills. I have attached my CV with this letter for your perusal. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require any further information. I look forward to meeting you for an interview. Yours faithful. Okay. You've done a nice job here. It seems very professional. It seems very serious. It's all nicely done. If I'm not mistaken, you didn't actually include the task in your response. This is the one where there's 3 bullets, where you're supposed to say why you want the job, what's your background and experience, what relevant experience you have, and then there's another one which is show your energy and enthusiasm. I didn't see where you showed your energy and enthusiasm. I mean, this whole thing for me was talking about your background. The whole thing basically talked about your background. So I felt like it talked about those other 2 bullets, but nothing about your energy and enthusiasm. Maybe you thought this was doing that, but it really doesn't. It's not enough. So how could you show your energy and enthusiasm? Well, you could show it by saying that I've been following your company for some time, and I know that you use like XYZ software, and so I recently became certified in it. I am very excited to work with, I don't know, David Jones, whose work I've admired for some time, and I know he is at your company. So there's a lot of stuff that you could have said that show energy and enthusiasm, okay? But I didn't see that here, and so that's a little bit of a problem. That's what I would have fixed. It does feel like you definitely left that bullet out. So that's what I want you to work on here. Go ahead and correct these. Let's see another set of essays from you. There should be more. And of course, we're waiting to hear the results of your test, so good luck.